All right, this is Nathan Day from Education Galaxy. Looks like we needed to make a couple more tweaks, and I needed to record a couple things on the video to show you guys the consent process. Going to go ahead and log in as a local user. We did modify the sign in button in case there's any questions on that. I wanted to make sure I pointed that one out. I'm gonna go ahead and log in as a local user. If I go to our student center, manage users, we have a Google Classroom button. That's going to take us to all the functionality. We did modify the button here as well to show the required style. I'm going to go ahead and hit the sign in with Google. Also wanted to point out, even though I think I pointed out in another video, we did modify the client ID to where that is showing up properly in the URI. That right there should meet those requirements. I'm going to go ahead and log in as a teacher that's already in my profile here, but it will still show you guys the login process. Of course, we're getting the app is not verified. This is what we're trying to solve for. And then we're going to go ahead and hit Go to Education Galaxy. If you notice here, it's going to come in and it's going to request or require the grant permissions for coursework. Here's the coursework to view grades. Here's the view email. I'll show you guys, or I think I've shown you guys in a past video where we use that. View email address of people in the class, manage your rosters, and manage your Google Classroom classes. That allows us to create the classes in Google Classroom. Here's the last part where we're providing the access to allow that. So this right here goes in and links the account. Going forward, the user could actually log in directly in our initial login page with the sign in with Google with their Google credentials, or they could log in normally. And once they click the Google Classroom button, here it would prompt them for that. I'd previously created a Google Classroom class that has a user in it. I'm going to go ahead and enable Google Classroom on that class just to show you guys that process. That's making a call out to you guys. All right, shows it's been created. Here I'm going to log in. I think I'm showing you guys the main thing that was missing, but TX01. And log in as Education Galaxy. Notice that I've been invited to a class by this professor, Professor Day. I'm going to hit enable. Again, this one's taken me to the Google Classroom where I've got to go ahead and put my sign-in credentials. It does show the client ID in this box. So I'm going to hit use another account. EDGal, here's a student account. I'm hoping I hadn't hit the limit. I know we were bouncing against that limit earlier, but hopefully I can show you guys the student process as well. All right, I'm getting the app is not verified, which we expect. Hopefully we can get that corrected. And then for students, we have 4 permissions that they have to grant. It's the view grades, view the email address, and then your roster, and then the classes. All right, here we go. We've got that. Again, the client ID showed up in the initial consent screen as well. And then I'm going to hit allow. Once I've clicked allow here, just to point out, the Google Classroom button is linked on the user account. That is for the student. For the most part, that is all that's going to be done except for Once they go to Google Classroom, they will be able to click a link and go back over. I'm going to refresh the Google Classroom Center here to show you guys. I guess it logged me out. Student Center. And go back to Google Classroom, sign in. And again, I must pick the test account that I had here that linked the two. And go back to Google Classroom. And then if I look at this class, it shows it is Google Classroom enabled. I see my test user. Now that I've opted in or linked the accounts on the student side, it does show the email and it shows the invitation status. I think that's the main thing that I need to show you guys.